That's a very bold statement, Mrs. Elaine Wake.
Now,
And-
have I shocked you?
You have shocked me.
Oh, I was a bit out of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to Car Obsession and welcome to another PRC episode, Patsy Rates Cars. Hello Trouble. So you've seen the Jeep Compass, the Fiesta ST, now it's time for the Suzuki Swift Sport, if I can get my camera angled right. There we are. Now apologies we didn't do the Honda Jazz, we simply didn't have time for it and...
No, I simply do not like it.
Well, no, well, you have to test every car. I have to. It's fair. But
I sat in it once, and that made my mind up.
When did you sit in it? Anyway, we digress. We digress. Yes. So the new Swift Sport. So, what do you think of the outside, darling?
The front doesn't do much for me.
Really? How comes?
It's not sporty looking enough.
What? Okay, I have to strongly disagree with you there, but please continue.
It looks like it's missing a bit of the grille, but it's not.
What, do you mean that little square bit?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it's for one of the safety systems.
Okay.
You probably can't see it, guys. It's down here. It's like a little sensor. There we go.
It is a good looking car.
I think it's a great looking car.
Okay. It is a great looking car, but comparing the front to other, say, hot hatches, well, I don't know if I'd call this a hot hatch, but I prefer the look of the Fiesta at the front, the ST. I know, like the Ibiza, the new Ibiza, like just the standard Ibiza, it looks nicer at the front. I don't think it's the best looking car front on compared to its rivals.
Okay.
But the back, I love.
Okay, well let's have a walk around to the back.
I must point out, I love the alloys.
Yeah, they do look really cool.
That is something I really love.
Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see them properly, guys. Yeah, they are really nice alloys. Yeah, a really nice design if you ask me.
Okay.
Right, I shall follow your lead.
Something small,
Go
but
on.
I do love when the cars have the handles here on the back.
Yeah, they kind of disguise it, don't
Exactly.
they? Yeah.
Doors open.
I know
Right.
the door's open, it's fine.
The back. I love the back of this new Swift. It's like Beyonce in a car with its beauty. It's like it's going to get its sneaky thing on, like, I can't twerk to save my life. But I love the back of this car.
Well, you've either just gained me loads more subscribers or lost me some, so...
I haven't really got a bum, but anyway. This has a bum. Going back to the car.
It has got a bum.
It's curvaceous, it's gorgeous, I love it. It's the shape of it is just, it's all in the right portions. If it was a woman, it would have everything in the right places. If you know what I mean. I love the way I know it sounds silly, but two exhausts, and I prefer on a car when it's got two exhausts when they're not right together. So the exhausts I love.
Okay.
The shape of the back, the way it kind of curves out.
It's got a nice stance to it, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
And although the exhausts don't make as nice a noise,
No, they don't.
they give you the impression that they do.
They do, yeah. It's could really do with an aftermarket exhaust system. Just quickly, because we don't want to take up too much time, I want to get your thoughts on the interior because I'm a bit conflicted. Now, if you come around passenger side, darling, and I shall meet you in the middle. What are you doing?
Hello. Oh, right.
She crouched down behind the car for some reason. Nutter. Right. Jumping in, move the spec sheet out of the way. Oh. Very delicately done. Apologies, guys. You can't really see her because you're sat right in the shadow, so I can barely see you. I'll tell you what, let me come round your side. That might make more sense, mightn't it?
That gives me time to think about what I think of the interior.
Okay, that sounds ominous.
I think you commented on this earlier.
Yeah, in a separate video.
This at least needs to be soft, at least up here.
I agree with you.
This is the first thing I would notice when I come into a car, whether it's like soft touch or not.
Yeah.
I do like I love this, like the effects here.
So they're little red details.
And then obviously I love like down here and on the door as well, which is in better light.
Yeah. Almost
this
too much
probably
light.
me
It's
being
reflective.
picky.
Yep.
If I was going to buy this car, I'd want this to match the outside colour.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I actually said that to Suzuki when I was on the launch, because in the Champion Yellow cars, so basically every Swift Sport, doesn't matter what colour it is, it has red details inside, and if you buy a standard Swift, no matter what colour you buy on the outside, you get white details. I keep saying to Suzuki, it should be matching the
Colour
outside.
matched.
Now, Suzuki does have personalisation options, so you might be able to swap it out for a different colour. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I think if this car were black or red, this would look much better.
Or maybe even like a grey or a silver, it could still work.
Yeah, okay.
But I think it should match.
Okay. Now, as always, I do have a little disclaimer. We may share the same surname, but we don't necessarily share the same thoughts. So, Suzuki, if you're watching, obviously Patsy's thoughts are her own and do not necessarily reflect mine or indeed car obsession. There we are. Disclaimer over. Let's talk about the performance. Now, on paper, this car does look to be a little bit down on power. So it's packing 138 brake horsepower, which doesn't sound particularly groundbreaking in this day and age. But the torque figure is quite impressive compared to the previous car. So it's got 70 Newton meters more of torque, which means it has 230 Newton meters. However, that is still 60 Newton behind the new Fiesta ST. On paper, this car, yeah, it doesn't look overly fast. 0 to 62 comes in 8.1 seconds, which, yeah, is a bit slow for...
Your 2006 IB4FR does it quicker than that.
That is true. And the top speed is 130 miles per hour. However, I'm sure you will agree, in real life, this car doesn't feel fast. I'm pretty sure this car could hit...
It feels swift.
Thank you so much for watching. Good night. No, but joking aside, this car definitely feels like it would hit 62 miles per hour quicker than the official figures would lead you to believe. I reckon this could probably do it in about 7. Sounds like a bold claim, but trust me, it feels faster in real life. What I like about this car is that extra torque. It pulls really nicely, and the in-gear performance is strong. As a passenger, how do you find the performance?
I expected more.
Really?
I tell you one thing.
Okay, that surprises me.
One thing I do like about this car,
Yeah.
is as a passenger, when you put your foot down,
Which I'm about to do.
yeah,
Make
if
sure
you
nothing's coming.
care to assist me with what I'm explaining,
There we are.
it feels instant. I do get that sensation of being pulled back into my seat. And that is one thing that shocked me, because I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it to pick up speed so rapidly.
But you've just said you were expecting it to be faster.
No, what I was in the performance, I was expecting it to. I don't know how to explain it. Like, until you put your foot down, this car feels slow. It's only when you put your foot down, as a passenger, it's only when you put your foot down that I'm reminded I'm in a Swift Sport and not a normal Swift.
Okay, fair enough. How are those seats holding you in place whilst I have a little hoon down
While
here?
you throw me around and make me car sick. I'm already ill. I don't want to end up having car sickness to my list. Oh, do you know what?
Go on.
These are one of the more comfortable seats I've been in when you've been driving exuberantly.
How do you rate these seats compared to the ST seats?
ST.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me because I would also rather have the Recaros in the ST. But these seats are pretty decent. I have to be honest.
They are. But the thing is, you can't. Well, in my opinion, you can't compare Recaros to these.
Obviously, I know you can't really talk too much about this, so I'll do it on your behalf.
Thank you very much. You're too kind.
No worries. The brakes on this car, I think the brakes are definitely a standout feature on this car. But I suppose when you think about it, it hasn't really got a lot of weight to stop anyway because this car weighs under a ton. Handles pretty well, doesn't it? Not as good as the Fiesta, but it is worth mentioning that the Fiesta did have a limited slip diff.
I was literally just about to say that.
Yeah, whereas this car doesn't. And it's still grippy. So I want to ask you what you think of this car's price. So it's £17,999. So basically call it 18 grand.
Say what? That's too expensive.
Cool. RIP headphone users. Bloody hell, how low was that?
You need to put a little sign in before that.
Cool.
Too expensive.
Okay. If you were able to drive and you had money to go out and buy this car, how much would you be prepared to pay for it?
$15,500 to $15,995.
I'd say that's optimistic. So when Suzuki launched this car, they had an offer in June whereby I think they took 1,500 quid off, so it was 16.5 grand. I personally think that's a more realistic price point, and I also think it's a price point that will give this car a much better chance of selling. Now, Suzuki will state, well, it's got lots of standard equipment, which it has, but to be truthful, there's some equipment that I would be quite happy to go without.
Do you know what? This might actually shock you.
Sorry, you said it might shock me.
For the price. For the price of this car.
Yeah.
Now, bear with me on this, because you're probably going to think, what is she going on about?
I can feel something random coming. Go on.
For that money, I would rather buy the old Swift and modify it.
Ooh, okay.
And probably have money spare.
That's a very bold statement, Mrs. Elaine Wake.
Now,
And
have I shocked you?
You have shocked me.
Oh, I was a bit out of time. I feel a crop and edit coming on there.
On that note, we're almost back at our place where we started. So, your verdict. Your verdict. Can't get my words out. The suspense is killing me.
Hashtag edit drum roll.
Here it comes. And now.
3.5.
Ooh, ouch. 3.5. That's okay. Why? I personally think that's rather harsh.
And I'm going to tell you why. And
Well,
a lot of people are going to.
Please do.
You'll say, well, you can't compare it to the ST. I gave the ST 4.5.
Which you did.
And I feel giving this a 4, it's not that close to being as good as the ST to give it a 4. This is a very good all round. I hate to say this, I wouldn't call this a hot hatch. It's a very good car. It comes with a lot of equipment. Its looks are beautiful. It's lacking the sporty feel when you get inside the car.
I would disagree with that a little bit, but
as a passenger, as a driver, remember you feel different when you drive the car. As a passenger, I kind of forget I step into a sporty car. I'd give this 3.5 and I wouldn't go any higher.
So what would you improve? Basically, what would make this so?
You mean what would make me
give it a higher score?
A higher score.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, I couldn't get my words out properly. Yes.
It's alright. I'm used to trying to guess what he's saying.
Same could be said for you. So what would this car need to do for you to give it a higher score? Not necessarily 5 stars, but let's say 4 or 4.5.
Nicer sound.
Yep, I agree with you on that one.
Now, I'd be happy for it to be like fed into the cabin, because I'm not outside listening to the car, I'm on the inside. Now, a lot of people will be like, well, that's fake, so it shouldn't make much of a difference. But to me, I would prefer a nicer sounding noise from the engine. It's going to be so picky and I'm going to be shot down for it, but I just want these to colour match.
The inside trim.
Yep, and just a little bit of soft touch. That will, I know it sounds silly, but that would actually improve the score. Just those little things.
Okay. So Suzuki, if you're watching, you now know what to do just to please my wife.
Excuse me?
Not in that way. From a car buying.
From someone that's not going to ever go and buy a car because they can't drive. They're not exactly going to go, do you know what? Just because of Mrs. Elaine Wake, the next Swift Sport, we're going to give her a ring and tell her, come in and design it for us.
Why not?
Well, because they'll end up with the previous generation modified.
Suzuki, if you're watching, hit me up. I can give you Patsy's number. Give her a ring.
Looking for actually, no, I'm not looking for a new job, but
right. Anyway, that's a lot of waffling from us as per usual. Again, it's going to need a very extensive edit from yours truly to cut all of our waffling down. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a massive thumbs up. If you are subscribed, then don't forget to smash that bell icon.
Ding, 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 ding. Actually, that's more like a triangle, but oh well.
Never mind. You get the idea. Click that bell icon so you get notified every time I and Patsy make a video. And if you aren't subscribed, guys, what are you waiting for? Be sure to subscribe for more
Car Obsession.
Have fun. Yeah.